Welcome back to the XWO Gaming Guide to Dark Souls Level 1 Edition. In this episode, we will be making our way to the Undead Parish to ring the first bell of awakening and to defeat the boss that waits for us there. So from the bonfire, make our way up the ladder using the shortcut that we created earlier. Go up the stairs and go through this archway here. Be careful along the narrow walkways and deal with the hollow soldier that's hiding here. The next one can be a little bit tricky as he's on a narrow walkway. So just be patient and bait him out. If you want, kick him off the edge. This is Sparta. Next, run across the narrow walkways and through the archway here, but stop. These rats can be dangerous as they can poison you, so once again, bait them out one at a time. There's one hiding on the right. Use pyromancy to deal with them in one hit. Then climb up the ladder. You'll see there are two ways to go, a stairway leading up and a doorway leading forwards. A helpful sign here tells me that there's a tough enemy ahead. It's not this guy, so take him out. Next, take the stairway up, leading to the tough enemy. Waiting for us up here is another Black Knight. This guy is a lot tougher than the last one we fought in the Undead Burg, so once again, lure him downstairs and into a more open area. As usual, try and fish for a backstab. Keep your distance, as he has extremely long reach and can mess you up like that. The reason I survived that hit was because I was wearing the blue tier stone ring, which boosts your defense when you're on low health. Always remember, never get greedy when fighting enemies. You may think you've won, but they can come back very quickly. Once again, my ring saved me there. After that tough battle, it's probably worth going back to the bonfire to replenish your Estus flasks and your health, which is exactly what I do here. After resting at the bonfire, make your way back here and continue forwards. Up ahead, you will notice there are a few crossbowmen and a large wild boar. As usual, lure the enemies out one by one as you don't want to be overwhelmed, and you certainly don't want to be dealing with that boar while surrounded by hollow soldiers. Next, hug the right hand wall and go up the stairs. Be careful here as there is a hollow soldier and the 2 crossbowmen can hit you. Lure the pikeman to the stairs. With him dealt with, go over and deal with the crossbowmen. Deal with them quickly as they can pull out swords as well. You may have aggroed another hollow soldier from the lower floor, like I have here, so bear that in mind as he can come up behind you and completely ruin this run. Once those guys are down, we have to deal with the boar. The first thing I try is to use an alluring skull to get his attention, but I completely messed that up and I didn't want to waste any more. So instead, I do this the hard way and I go down there and I deal with him. Once again, it is okay to make mistakes in this game, as there is a steep learning curve. If you can, bait the boar here because he can get stuck. Throw a few fireballs at him if you have any left. And try and hit him from behind, because that is where his weak spot is. Don't get cornered like that. If you're extremely lucky, you can get him caught in the fire, and the environment will deal with him for you. Now that he's down, collect the Fangboar helm and continue onwards. From here, stay on the right hand side and go down the stairs. You'll enter a narrow passageway. This area is filled with more hollows, so deal with them one at a time. These guys are a little bit tougher and require 2 hits to go down. Just be careful because sometimes they can ambush you. Like that. Don't forget, whenever you feel like you're in trouble, you can always retreat. Never be greedy, this game will punish you. collect the mystery key and climb the ladder. More hollows wait for you. Beat them up. Next, walk across the narrow beams and collect this item. It's entirely optional, but we need to practice walking on beams for later in the game. Go through the fog gate. Continue on and first make a right, and you can see that there's a soldier waiting for us down there with his back to us. Ignore him for now and go left. Deal with this pikeman. And continue down the passageway. There's another pikeman to our right and a boulder knight to our left. Try and get the pikeman's attention. Next, go back because we're going to take care of the boulder knight who had his back to us. Walk up behind him slowly, and if you're lucky, you can get a backstab. Like that. Use your reinforced club in 2 hands for extra damage. Then go back the way we came. Next, we're going to deal with the boulder knight that's on our left. No free backstabs in this one, we have to do it the hard way. If you're low on health like me and have no Esters left, just run away. You can bait him into this room and then run back forwards to continue on our way. We'll be back for revenge later. Next, run down this way and down the stairs, ignoring the hollow soldiers. They won't follow you all the way down here. Keep going down the stairs until you reach the bonfire, which we can light up and get some much needed rest. From here, if you bought the repair box, repair all of your equipment. Then go down these stairs. and here you'll meet the blacksmith. Speak to him, learn the gesture if you want, it's not necessary, and then buy some items. The first thing you want to do is buy some Titanite shards and upgrade your reinforced club. Upgrade the reinforced club to +5. If you can afford it, buy the weaponsmith box, the armorsmith box and the crest of Artorias. Buying these now saves us from farming later on in the game. Now, with our improved reinforced club, we can do some extra damage. While we're here, use some humanity. One will do the trick. We're going to kindle this bonfire so that we can get 10 Estus flasks every time we rest. In order to kindle a bonfire, you first must be in human form, so reverse your hollowing, which will use 1 soft humanity, and then kindle the bonfire, which will use another soft humanity, and we will now get 10 Estus flasks every time we rest at this bonfire. If you try to kindle it again, it says you cannot kindle further without the secret rite. We'll be obtaining that later on. Next, go back up the way we came, and all of those hollows that we run past, we can now defeat. With our improved reinforced club, we will do much more damage. Backstab these guys if you want. For some reason that one failed. But as you can see, we're doing over twice as much damage as before. Next, get some payback on this Baldenite. Easy. And if you want to, deal with the pikeman. From here, take the left turn that we ignored before. And kill this hollow with his back to us. Grab the basement key and pull the lever to open the gate. This leads the way back to the shortcut. Next, go up the left hand side here and collect the owl bird. Now that we've reached the undead parish, we can go inside. I chose not to call for help there because I don't think I need it. To our right hand side is a huge enemy. He can mess us up if not dealt with properly. So always keep your distance, kite him if you can, and fish for backstabs. Continue attacking him from behind until he goes down. He was guarding another Firekeeper's soul, so pick that up. Next, jump in this elevator for another shortcut back to Firelink Shrine. So now we're in a position where we have connected these three areas together. If you need to use the bonfire, quickly rest here. For me it's not necessary, so I'm going to make my way back up the elevator. Once you reach the top of the elevator, go left and go up the stairs. Deal with this boulder knight, and go through the passage. A huge ambush waits for us here. Several hollow soldiers, and a channeler. If you can, try and group them up and use pyromancy fireballs to deal with them all. And once they're dealt with, defeat the channeler to the left. For some reason in this playthrough the channeler wasn't there, but you'll know him when you see him. Defeat him because he provides a buff to all of the hollows in the area. Once you reach the top of this ladder, go through the fog gate to our next boss fight. It's the Bell Gargoyle. Apply some gold pine resin if you have it, and try to defeat this guy as quickly as possible because a second gargoyle will arrive shortly. As you can see, for level 1, the damage I'm doing already is incredible. Try and bait out the fire attack and then get behind him. Two hits should be enough to stagger him, allowing you to get a third one in. Another boss down at level 1, and they say Dark Souls is hard. If you have any gold pine resin left, remove it from your hotkeys, and continue on the way. There's nothing behind the tower, so go inside. Take the ladder up. Head on outside and take the second ladder up. Once you reach the top of the tower, pull the lever to ring the first bell of awakening. And enjoy the cutscene. With that out of the way, climb back down the ladder. Be careful not to fall off. Down the second ladder, and you'll notice an NPC has spawned in the room. This is Oswald, the Pardoner. If you've committed any sin in the game, he will absolve that sin. Sin is obtained by killing NPCs and other such bad actions. For now, buy some items from him. I've gone for a few homeward bones. And nothing else is really necessary. If you want to buy another ring of sacrifice, pick it up here. Collect the gesture if you want to. Once you finish with Oswald, make your way back out into the arena where you face the gargoyles. And go back the way you came. Down the two ladders. And back into the Undead Parish. From here, head back to Firelink Shrine. Once you've reached the bonfire, back down the stairs and you'll notice an NPC has spawned here. Speak to him if you want to, but that's not what we came for. He asks for some help. So help him out. To his grave. The reason we kill him is because he can deactivate this bonfire for a certain portion of the game. He is quite tough, so keep your distance because he can combo you and put you down very quickly. Be careful not to hit the other NPC in the background. And once he's taken out, collect what he drops. He gives you 5 humanity and the Ring of Favour and Protection. I highly recommend equipping this ring as it gives you additional stat bonuses. However, once you do remove that ring, it breaks. So if you commit to using the FAP ring, make sure that you do not take it off unless I point it out to you. As you can see, it gives you extra HP, stamina, and it allows you more equip load. Then rest at the bonfire. Repair all your equipment. And that wraps this episode up. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're enjoying the content. And we will be back for episode 4 of the Everyman's Guide to Dark Souls Level 1 Edition. Thank you for watching.